In a moment that sent ripples through the Senate chamber, Minority Leader Chuck Schumer took to the floor with a sharp warning. His target? Recent comments made by Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, remarks that, according to Schumer, could signal a dramatic shift in how America handles its children's future savings and the very foundation of Social Security. As millions of families count on these programs for stability and hope, the political clash over their fate is heating up. What exactly did Bessent say? And why is Schumer sounding the alarm? The full story, coming up. 95% of our viewers are not subscribed. It's free, and it means a lot to us. Just hit the subscribe button and stay tuned. Thank you for your support.
And I thank my great friend from Connecticut, who cares about these issues so much and is one of our most effective advocates in the whole country for things like this, and thank him. And thank all of my colleagues who have come to the floor, Senator Whitehouse, Senator Markey, and so many others who are just eloquent spokespeople for helping people with health care. So today, Democrats are holding the floor on the 60th anniversary of Medicare and Medicaid being signed into law to talking about the Republican all-out assault on our health care system. Look, the American people are just fed up to here with the soaring costs of health care. They're fed up with Donald Trump and Republicans cutting their health care to help the billionaire class. But unfortunately, Donald Trump and Republicans seem to live in a bubble. Because while they brag about how big and beautiful their bill is, the American people feel the opposite. The more Americans learn about the Republican bill, the more they're realizing that Donald Trump and Republicans sold them a raw deal. A raw deal. The Republicans' big, ugly betrayal is one of the most devastating bills for American health care that we have ever seen. The largest cut to Medicaid in American history, $1 trillion in health care cuts, 15 million people at risk of losing their health care coverage. Why? To pay for tax breaks for billionaires? Telling a mom whose daughter has cancer that she can no longer afford treatment and the child may die because some billionaire needs more money? I don't have anything against the billionaires. God bless them. They made a lot of money. They don't need a tax break at the expense of middle-class, working-class American families, poor American families that desperately need health care. What is big or beautiful about what they're doing? Nothing. It's even nervy to call it big and beautiful. They listen to Donald Trump, who just makes it up as he goes along. And they say, yes, whatever he says, no matter how bad it is for the American people. So the American people don't want their health care cut to help out the ultra-rich. It's a nasty proposition from our Republican colleagues. And if I may add an aside, I want to be clear, it's not just health care that's in danger. It's not just health care. Today we got a rather stunning admission from the administration on Social Security, another part of the safety net. It deserves some mention now before I give up the floor. Today, Secretary Bessent admitted in a podcast that the so-called Trump accounts that the Republicans snuck into the big ugly bill are, in Secretary Bessent's eyes, a backdoor for privatizing Social Security. Let me repeat that. These are Bessent's words. What they put and snuck into the reconciliation bill that they called BBB and we called the big ugly betrayal is, quote, a backdoor for privatizing Social Security. America, do you hear that? From one end of the country to the other, probably the most popular federal program ever passed. And they want to privatize it. You know what privatize means? It means you're in trouble, Mr. or Mrs. Senior Citizen. Because when they privatize it and the big boys get hold of it, it's going to be much less money for you, if at all. But now we have it. Bessent actually slipped and told the truth. Donald Trump and his government want to privatize Social Security. Another great lie from Donald Trump. He just lies at will. Donald Trump promised that Social Security under his watch, quote, would not be touched, while at the same time his administration has strangled the program behind the scenes, laying off staff, shutting down offices, making it harder to claim benefits, and now they're openly talking about privatizing it. Rarely is the end game for Republicans so obvious. They're ramming historic cuts down Americans' throats to help their billionaire buddies. So in light of these attacks, as we mark the anniversary of Medicare and Social Security, it's a proud, proud day 60 years ago when America finally understood that we were a wealthy country and we had to use some of it to give people health care, the most important thing in their lives. If you ask the average American, what do you want most? I want to live long and healthy. And the reason we're living longer and healthier for all the troubles in the system is because we have Medicare and Medicaid. And this is the anniversary. So this morning I was proud to introduce legislation to reverse the disastrous health care cuts and the big ugly betrayal. The bill is simple. It repeals the entire health care subtitle of the Republicans' bill and permanently extends the ACA premium tax credits that Republicans let expire. Extending these tax credits should be a no-brainer. It'll save Americans on the ACA hundreds, if not thousands of dollars a year on their health insurance. Anyone who objects to this wants Americans to pay more for health care, plain and simple. The Senate should take up our legislation as soon as possible, because the worst of the Republican cuts are already starting to take effect. It's not going to happen, Republican colleagues. You thought, oh, we can delay it so no one will know till after the 2026 elections. Bunk. It's starting already. Healthcare premiums are going to start spiking very soon. Hospitals and clinics are at great risk of closing now, not after 2026. Some have already shut their doors in Maine, Nebraska, and other states. People in rural communities are worried sick that they will have to travel even further to get health care in many rural counties, including some of mine in New York. The local hospital is the biggest employer. Those jobs will go by the wayside. Again, this is not what the American people want. People want health care that's easy to access, easy to navigate, easy to afford. Seniors, kids, people with disabilities, people who rely on Medicare and Medicaid don't want to see their coverage ripped away.
As the debate intensifies on Capitol Hill, one thing is clear. The future of programs like the Trump Child Savings Account and Social Security is no longer just a political issue. It's a personal one, touching the lives of millions of Americans. With voices growing louder on both sides of the aisle, the decisions made in the coming weeks could reshape the economic landscape for generations. What do you think about Secretary Bessent's comments and Senator Schumer's response? We want to hear from you. Join the conversation by leaving your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more updates on the stories that matter most.